You all know from my previous videos that I advocate for a democratic and periodically elected world government, which can be based upon a heavily modified United Nations to end our planetary chaos, mainly comprising wars, 107 at last count from the Brazilian Foreign Minister, displacement, hunger in a world of overproduction, and inertia in dealing with climate change. We need to do away with borders and unite as a species to use our resources, talents and energies to support people like Elon Musk in making us a multi-planetary species, as there is no guarantee that Earth will survive. But I see on the latest news that President Macron of France has had a Trump moment and proposed boots on the ground in Ukraine. Yay, go Macron! Of course, it has all been watered down now, and it is said that he was only trying to stimulate discussion. His foreign minister has grabbed the microphone and proposed discussing sending in non-combative professionals to assist Ukraine. This is a good idea to get around the naysayers and is the thin edge of the wedge to getting more effective people in there, as history demonstrates. Naturally, Russia has come out with the expected and usual bullying scare tactics from their chief bullshit spreader, Lavrov, the foreign minister, suggesting that Western powers should rethink this, as war with Russia will be to the West's detriment. Hell, they can't even defeat Ukraine, and even if they do, they will still face opposition from the Ukrainian people, as Nazi Germany faced from the French resistance and other countries in the Second World War. Russia, in its last endeavour in Afghanistan, had to finally withdraw, as they could not ultimately defeat what can be regarded as a primitive tribal people. The US, France and Japan experienced the same in Vietnam. You can't defeat the people. That is why the people are fed rubbish and distraction as authorities fear their combined power. As for the threat of Russian nuclear weapons, I think the retired US commander in Europe, Ben Hodges, put it well at the outset on YouTube. Putin can't enact his nuclear arsenal himself. He needs people to do that for him, and those people fear the sophisticated interception and retaliation from the West. There would be great reluctance, despite all of the bullying sabre rattling from the Russians, in spite of all of the semantics from Putin's Russia. They have no business being in Ukraine at all in the first place. European and other Western power leaders are still giving Putin the initiative, running for cover, just like they did with Hitler prior to the Second World War. What they have to finally accept is that, though very slow, World War III has already begun, because our psychopathic Teflon megalomaniac Putin will never stop trying to gain territory, as Hitler did in the Second World War, trying to gain Lebensraum, room for the German people to move. Putin, in his little delusional dream, has even likened himself to Peter the Great of Russia, another Russian leader who tried to gain more territory. Talk about a Napoleonic aspirant. We are in it already, and we may as well go in there and defeat Putin while he has been weakened by Ukraine. Leaving him to gain in strength will only produce catastrophic events like World Wars I and II. Netanyahu of Israel needs to enjoy the same attention, along with other so-called leaders of countries. I am sorry, but I am afraid that this is the present situation. But hey, I am just choleric and mercurial, aren't I? No political party would want me. I guess I may have to start one of my own. Perhaps